Okay guys, today's the day we're going to start on the quickie, hack and pack type paint job on this Craftsman. I think I've decided to paint it red over green. As I said, I'm looking to use it at Christmas time. Leave your comment below on your guess on what I'm going to use it for. But we'll start first by rinsing it off, getting anything loose off it, and then we'll start by degreasing it. It looks like it has some oil spots on it, so we'll start by getting the grease off it, and then we'll mask off, probably the steering wheel and the tires, and I'll throw a cover over the motor because I want to save the motor, and you don't want to overspray on the tires, especially the back ones. And then we'll give her a good scrub down to get off all the grease. So and then we'll start off masking off areas like the steering wheel, the motor and the tires, stuff you don't want to overspray on. So let's get at her, and then we'll go from there. You can tell by the way the water beads up on it that it's got an oily film, like it was around something that sprayed out oil or something like that. Okay, so we'll just let her drip dry a bit here, and then we'll spray her down. A while ago I picked up, I found some simple green on sale. It's a nice degreaser. The price was right. It was cheap, cheap. I got a spray bottle and a 4-liter jug for very cheap. So as I said, we'll let this drip dry, and then we'll spray her down and give her a scrub, because the paint's not going to stick to the oily film that's on it. Well, just for the sake of curiosity, I checked the date on the motor and a date on the tractor. And I believe this thing is about either a 1970 or a 1980. I think it's a 1980 model. It's, really, overall, it's not in really that bad a shape. Wise, there's not really rust holes in it. There's surface rust and a few things like that, but there is no holes, considering this is just light tin. It's not like how my Cub Cadet was, made out of steel, cast and stuff, right? Well, she's finishing drip drying here, and we'll spray on some of that degreaser, and then we'll start scrubbing her down. So as I said, I'm using the simple green degreaser. Basically give it a good, coat over the whole entire tractor, and especially anywhere you're going to paint. And as I said, this is not a detail for resale type paint. This is just a quickie hack and pack, change the color type of deal. I don't intend to fix this tractor up to sell. When I'm done with it, it's going to be parted out. So yeah, we'll let that work for a bit, and then we'll come back and scrub it. Okay guys, so you just start by scrubbing, you know, paying attention to the greasy spots especially. So I'll get her scrubbed down, and I'll give you guys another shout out when I'm doing the rinse. Okay, I got her scrubbed down. Just going to give her a rinse off. Now it all depends on how thick the grease was and how, you know, you may have to go over it again and give her another coat, like another scrub. And might have to, you know, repeat it, but as I said, this is not going to be something that I'm going to expect to last. As long as it lasts till spring, that's all that matters. You know, it's really only going to be used for probably a month and a half. Other than that, it's just going to be sitting there in the snowbank. So again, we'll let her drip dry, and then we'll paint her. Okay guys, I've got it all wiped down. I masked off the amp meter there, as well as I masked off the headlights. They're yellow and they're not worth you know, parts and all, but it'll look better if it doesn't have red headlights. So I've got the tires, you know, the drop cloths on them just to protect them from overspray, and I got the motor covered. So we're just waiting for the final bit of moisture to you know, dry away, and then we can start our paint. Okay guys, everything's good to go for the paint wise, so let's start painting her. And of course, you know, you don't want to apply it all in the first coat. You apply several thinner coats, getting coverage, you know, every time. Eventually you'll get the coverage you're looking for. And yes, it's not a perfect job, but it'll work for the very short time being that I'll use this. So I'll get the first coat on her, guys, and then I'll do a walk around on her. Okay guys, we got our first coat on. She's you know, almost tacked up, ready for the second coat. You know, as I said, by far this is not a restoration job or nothing. This is just, you know, change color red, quickie, hack and pack. If I wanted to, I could have, you know, spent the time and sanded it down, but somebody else had already been through it at once and did a quickie paint job on it, probably for resale. You know, so there was already overspray on it, and the finish was already, you know, rough. So rather than sandblasting it and just painting it, you know, getting it just so, you know, just for a lawn ornament, that's why I did it this way. So as I said, the first coat's pretty much ready for the second coat to go on. One of the tips I'll give you is don't buy cheap spray paint. I bought these Color Place paints. I bought these ones from Walmart, and I don't know if it's the paint's too thick or if the tip has issues, but I bought a bunch of them for another project, and they're always clogging up. You know, they're plugging off, and you turn the can upside down, clean it out, you know, do 2 or 3 more strokes or whatever, and then it does it again. And a lot of times it splatters. If you could see the dots on the hood there, that's the splatter. You know, if you were doing a car or doing a really, really good job with you know, the aerosol bombs, then that would be something you'd have to sand out. You know, would be an issue. But on this tractor it doesn't matter. But just to save you guys the headache and the hassle, you know, go with Tremclad. Or if it's a really, really restoration job that you're trying to do a good job on, then, you know, go get an actual paint gun and, you know, spray it that way. Don't do by bomb. So let's throw the second coat on and go from there. And yeah, you see what I mean about the, you do the first coat really, really thin, and then you kind of fill in the gaps with the second coat, and then it starts to cover better. I'm not sure if the camera caught that, but you see how she just plugged off? Well, that does the splatter. Sometimes it plugs off completely, and sometimes it just does a little splatter like that. So I'll go through the rest of the tractor, giving it the second coat, and then I'll give you guys another update then. Okay, so I just got done doing the second coat of the red. It's starting to cover nice now. You know, probably one more coat, or maybe a fourth coat it might take. But I don't know how much paint to put on here because you know, it's not something that is going to be, has to be perfect. It can, you know, it just really needs to be red. But I might do a nice heavy third coat and see where that gets me. But we'll wait for the second coat here to finish drying, and then we'll come back out and do another coat. Okay, so we're back out here for our third coat. I'm gonna try to lay this one on a little bit heavy so I can get the coverage I want, and then, you know, if there still is thin spots, I can go around and you know, touch them up. But, you know, good enough job. I just want it pretty much to be red. That's the only thing I'm looking for. But yeah, if a guy was doing, you know, a perfect job, he should have, you know, like wire wheeled this down or had it sandblasted or something like that, because, you know, you want to get off all the rust, scale, rust, you know, stuff like that. And as I said, the previous person that did a quickie on this to resale it, He there's dust and stuff, and I don't even think he's sanded it down either. But she's coming along fairly well. We'll get this coat on and then let her, you know, tack up again, and then we'll do another walk around on her. Well guys, I'm happy with the quality, the coverage I have. I'm just going around touching up areas, you know, that I got missed or got thinned, you know, coverage on. But I'm happy with what I got. It's red. It's going to do me quite well for the season, you know. And I've still got probably a quarter of the balm I'm using, as well as a brand new full one still. So I really didn't use that much paint. You know, it's probably only about $10 in paint on this tractor, which is, you know, something you can do for, you know, handle for a decoration or whatever, right? So guys, as I said in the beginning of the video, leave your comment below, guesses below of what I'm doing with this. If your guess is right, I'll do a shout out to you on my channel. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.